How many days do you still train, or how many days you go to the gym?
Well, I train now just because I want to get back in shape and then just do it for content. So like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Damn.
So I take like Wednesday off.
I think I get
workouts workouts like weights or just training, like skills training.
I lift Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I hoop Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I may play a game Saturday or Sunday or both days. And then like just individual training, I haven't really got back into it yet. But I'll probably just like shoot some shots or work out on my own for real. At
a private location or just be at a regular gym?
Sometimes at a private location. Sometimes I'll just go to Lifetime, just depending on wherever I feel like going.
But I hit you up. I'm trying to train, like get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, with somebody that knows.
He's a fucking hater, dog. He's hating. He heard John was about to train. Immediately looked at me like, John not training for what?
I was like, you training for a matchup you got coming up?
No, I just want to be certified on YouTube as like a decent hooper. I used to be better, but I didn't have. You know when you.
That's
when
a
you
commitment
stop,
though, John. No cap. That's like that's a serious commitment.
But that's me getting in shape and doing basketball. Because basketball can transform into content as well. So it won't, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying that content.
I want to be clear on what you're saying. You're talking about other just YouTubers who play basketball.
Yeah, just like entertainment YouTubers.
Not basketball YouTubers.
Yeah, I mean, I can't compete with like the niggas that just do it for a living. I mean, they gonna wear me out until I get back.
You literally just said you can compete with him though. You just said that.
No, I mean I can do it.
You did say 12-7.
Yeah, I said I'm not gonna we play 10 games. He's probably gonna beat me out of those. He's gonna beat me out of those 10 games. But I want to be where I can put up a. You know,
all of them? As you saying?
Huh? He beat you out of 10 games. I think I can win at least 4 to 5.
We're gonna wrap this episode up.
Oh my, John.
No, I'm saying, but I want to get back in I want to get back in my shape like I was last year. Like
I feel you. But you talking about like FaZe Rug type basketball content.
No, like, I'll beat them. That's not no competition. I'm talking about
if you could beat FaZe Rug. I mean the type of content he does with basketball, just like you know what I'm saying. Occasionally he'll do like if you hit the shot $100, like you know what I'm saying.
No. I'm talking about
like Cash Nasty.
Yeah, I'm talking about 2v2s, 3v2s. Going to a park and recording it, or doing like charity basketball games. I want to be like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, that's still Cash Nasty, DDG every now and then.
I think for you,
the Ace family.
I want to do shit like that. I want to do fun shit, not just like. Oh, you throw this or for 1,000. I want to do like, okay, I got some of my friends. We go to a park and I have a cameraman. We just play and have fun. But like really be good though. Like
for sure. But just fun. You know what I'm saying? Fun first, not competitive. I just want to be clear, man. Because I'm just saying, like, you're not competing with Devin the Lab, Cinco, Frigga. Like,
I heard of Devin the Lab. Haven't seen his video yet, but I heard him. Somebody at the gym had his basketball.
He's so cold, bro.
He's shifty.
He's so cold.
See, the thing about me is my lateral quickness. I need to speed that. Ever since I sprayed my ankles, like my lateral quickness haven't been good. So
stay away from Dev in the lab.
Yeah, that first step that's what
you ain't got no lateral quickness. Stay the hell away from him.
Yeah, it almost. I feel like what you're talking about. I get it, especially because like you wanted to compete. And me just recently retired, but like I'm sure you enjoy the thrill of being able to play and people sit and watch you and cheer you on. And when you play, especially in an enclosed area, like the sound kind of just fucking it's everywhere. Right. Like I don't know if y'all have you been to that Mercedes-Benz Stadium downtown?
Yeah,
I went to watch a couple years ago when TFC was in the playoffs against Atlanta United. I went to go there, and the vibe is so different than where the Hawks play. It's so different because it's like the stadium was designed for the sound to bounce off and come back right the fuck back in. Yeah. So you could hear everything. It's like an echo chamber, and the fans are way louder when you watch people play soccer.
That's because the fans are more into it.
Yeah.
The bad part about like NBA and stuff like that is that during the regular season, you only have certain teams who have a diehard fan base regular season playoffs.
Yes. Oh my God. Because I've been to so many games. The only teams I'm not trying to be biased, but Toronto's the only city I've been to. I watched a game where the fans are just as lit.
Warriors when they was
I think Warriors would be that. And I heard Portland is too, but I haven't actually been to Portland, so I don't know.
There's only like 5 or 6 teams that are like lit.
And it's not. Isn't it crazy that it's not LA? It's so crazy to me.
It's not because you got to think about it. LA has so much shit going on that it's like.
I also think they price out a lot.
I'm gonna say that's the problem. That's actually been the problem.
LA,
even with
LA
now
has too much going on. Like they'll be into it when the Lakers go play Phoenix and stuff like that.
Oh, in the playoffs, I bet. But a good city is gonna get lit in the regular season too, and a good city gets lit throughout the game, not just in the fourth quarter. Yeah. When I went to watch the Raptors Lakers in LA, I sat courtside and I was so excited. And it was, first of all, a great game because the Raptors won, and I was courtside. But more than that, I kind of was let down because until there was 6 minutes left in the game, it was really quiet. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I understand why you want that vibe, but I think that's difficult to pull off on YouTube just for like access reasons. Unless you're like an NBA player like Carmelo and you can just open up gyms whenever you feel like you want to hoop, then it's kind of difficult to be able to pull off that content.
If you go to certain places and, like you said, if you plugged in with certain people, it's kind of possible to do. And even if it's not so much a like fan base with a lot of fans there, I know a lot of people on my channel so far, they just love the competitive aspect of me going in there and playing with NBA and overseas guys. Whether it's like dudes who's been in the NBA and they may be free agents right now, and you see me playing against them, or when the summertime comes and the leagues are here, like the Drew League or the ABL or something like that, and we play those games. I think like that's something that I missed last summer because COVID knocked it all out. So, but this year with everything coming back, it's like the ABL is June 19th. So that'll probably actually start cracking in July when the NBA season's like over and more NBA players come. You know, the Drew League is going to happen. So I'll try to get out to LA a couple times playing the Drew League and stuff like that. But just get in that environment and really just letting people see, like, I didn't get to the league, but I can hoop with these league people.
100%.
So, you know, that's kind of where I'm taking it at. And then I think it's just more so for my body too. Like playing outside, it's not easy on your body. And I tell Frigga that shit all the time. I'm like, bro, I don't know how.
Me neither, because
I don't know how in a 4-day span, like in a 4-day span, you can fucking play back to back to back on concrete like that. My body was dead after Brooklyn and Dykeman. Like I literally got back to the hotel. They wanted to walk around Times Square. I was out there for an hour. Like I had to go back home. Like I couldn't do it.
That guy, he's a machine. He's a machine with the content. Have you found like a direction in terms of like the content you're making? How are you making it? Like, I'm assuming you have a team of people, a cameraman. I don't know if you have an audio guy.
Nah, right now it's just, I got my cameraman and I just hook all the audio up myself. Like I get the roll mic and put it on my shirt, whatever, and it's connected to the camera. So now I'm mic'd up now. At first, when I first started, I wasn't mic'd up. It was just the video, watching me hoop. But I think the mic'd up aspect has kind of helped.
It makes it more like personal.
Yeah, it's helped a little bit more. And so now it's, like I said, with the leagues not starting yet, it's just more so going to the gym and playing pickup. Like I dropped a video today where last night's session was all overseas pros. So, you know, it's real competitive like that.
You know what would be an interesting meta if someone could figure it out? You know how like the Ballers Lives of the world just like kind of get into those, they just get called, they just find their way to where people are playing and they record and they be posting it. What if like you could hoop and you got in there like a Ballers Life type of guy, like you're just recording, but like they start calling you up now, like, you know what I'm saying, you're like a regular in the cycles.
But that's what to be honest, I think that's what Frigga was doing.
Oh, word?
I think Frigga was connected with some of the Ballers Life people because they have like a couple of people where Ballers Life will post their shooting park videos in Florida, but I think they're only bouncing from 2 different cities in Florida. And y'all know Frigga's going around the world. Yeah. So he's like, I think he got out of that because they're not going nowhere. So it's like, I mean, if they hit me up and say we're going to shoot Thursday in Tampa, I mean, shit, that's a 6-hour drive to go down there for one day out the weekend and then fuck around and come back the next day. Yeah. Or something like that. I mean, could Ballers Life be more exposure? Yeah. But would I do it long term? Probably not, unless they wanted to expand it to something different.
I wonder if you feel like you need to be kind of like flashy to stand out, because if you're playing on a court, let's say there's 10 people, you're running 5s. How are you the guy that like, and there's usually a guy in the comment section, people be like, oh shit, you see this guy, the guy in the blue hat, he went crazy. Like there's usually a favorite people latch on to. Even I watch, because Destroying, although he's very athletic, sometimes his content is just him recording other people be athletic. And he'll just be commentating in the background. I've seen him he pulls up to these games where they just run 7s in like a flag football league or in a 2-hand touch league, really. and the comment section will just find a favorite, like the one guy with sticky hands that does crazy catches. Do you feel a need to like change the way that you play to make it more entertaining on YouTube?
Nah, because 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, I'm probably the most athletic person playing. And just the way that I play normally, it'll just stand out to people because I'll probably be the one dunking the most. And then outside of dunking, I actually can play. So it's just me really just going out there and being myself. Now, it's really up to me how much I go out there and do. Now, if I'm not doing a lot, then, you know, I'm pretty sure if I go in the comment section, nobody's going to say nothing because you rarely see me throughout the video.
Right. But what dunks you have in your arsenal?
A lot. I got a lot. What's
your favorites? Like if you want to put on the show type dunks, not the normal like the tomahawks and stuff like that, but what's like your showstopper? Like niggas do this. It's over. It's over.
I mean, now I don't really have a lot of those like now because I don't jump as high as I used to. Like in high school, I jumped over 5 people, but now I'm more so like I can do a lot of the flashy dunks, but now I just don't really see no need for it. I know a lot of people go viral on Instagram and shit for just being dunkers.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want to just be predicated as a dunker.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about posting just dunk videos for the exposure, but I don't really want to be predicated as literally just a dunker, even though athleticism is my strength.
I feel like there's no harm in getting yourself labeled as something if you believe that you're capable of kind of breaking out of it. Like, I was the My GM guy. I didn't want to be the My GM guy. I kind of just wanted to be me, but I was that until I was something else.
Right.
And you kind of just evolve into many different things if you are able to like pivot. So I don't think there's no harm in being the guy that does. It could be like your snatch blocks are crazy. It could be any aspect of your game that people make you the thing of. Yeah. And that's a brand you can run with for a while. For a while, I was just the obese guy, the very circular man. I'm not glad that shit worked for 2 years.
Well, what's weird right now is that I just go out there and play. So I played Frigo 1-on-1 when he came here last year, and a lot of those comments was like, I play like KD because I pull up a lot.
Yeah.
And so even when we played in New York, it was like a lot of the comments on his video was like, my game is similar to KD. So it's like, I know for a fucking fact I'm not KD.
Bro, you need to do like a,
you know what I'm saying?
Doing KD's workout for a month type video.
Yeah, I thought about it.
That'd be fire.
I thought about that, and I also just
been
trying to figure out like, could I really?
What? He shoots like Ray Allen. Okay, his form.
Say I shoot like Ray Allen.
You got a Ray Allen form.
Ray Allen, and
I got to see that.
I
got to see that
as well.
Like, cause he jumps and he lets go of it like at the top.
Has like one of the most purest forms.
Yeah, I got to see.
I'm not saying John is as pure as Ray Allen. I'm just saying his form will give you Ray Allen vibes.
Give me that type of vibes.
Being dead ass.
Can you taste that, Lo?
Nah, your form mostly gives me like Derek Fisher vibes.
No, what?
And that's not even a bad.
You're just trying to be disrespectful.
That's
Derek
not.
Derek Fisher was a shooter.
No one knows how Derek Fisher shoots.
Derek Fisher had a 75 open shot 3. He was not a shooter.
He was not a shooter.
He was good. A shooter is you don't call someone a shooter if they're just
down.
He was knocked down.
He was knocked down. He wasn't Steph, but he was knocked down.
He was just alright at shooting threes.
I think it's a little above.
I think I'm gonna say because if they organize an offense with him on the weak side, knocking down threes, he's definitely above.
Why can't I just have the Ray Allen? Why you got to bring up Derek Fisher?
Ray Allen is literally one of the greatest shooters of all time.
No one's saying
he didn't say I was the greatest shooter. He said the form.
So you have a Ray Allen form.
Exactly, Lo. Yes. You just trying to find a way to hate. Just accept it.
That's still.
You get commission.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, that's still hard.
Hey, we'll pull up, man. We'll bring.
We're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna go to the gym.
Yeah, no cap. We had to.
Don't have your hopes too high. Compare it based off Lo. Go off what Lo said. I'm pure booty garbage.
I think that content for you. I think that like there are people that aren't athletic at all, and people watch them play basketball because they're entertaining as shit.
Right.
So if you could just figure out the entertaining part, and that could be like the stuff you do in the game. It could just be like the gimmicks you do outside the game. Like when I pulled up to play Cash Nasty, like I had like a whole coach's corner, and like I brought a towel. I was calling my own timeouts, like just out of entertainment. I was like, I got to make this shit a movie, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to do nothing crazy like that, but I feel like if you could just provide some of that, your ability to already be great at the game of basketball, I feel like the content is so endless. Honestly, if I were you, I'm just trying to think. I would be running away with basketball content. In my head, I'd be dropping daily fucking uploads. Every time I pull up to the rec, I get like 3 videos out of it. And then in the meanwhile, I'm doing a training like KD for a week. I'll be reaching out to NBA trainers. Like this trainer trained Andre Drummond. Boom. Fucking beautiful title.
So the thing is, I have the trainer, Abe Millsap, who I have been training with. That's Paul Millsap's little brother. Mm-hmm. But they're back in Court 4 now. They finally opened the facility.
Oh, finally.
But it's more so like situations like that, you kind of got to politic it because they run Court 4 like a legit business. So that shit's like court rental fees and all of that.
I'm assuming it's not cheap neither.
Yeah, so it's like court rental fees and all that extra shit. And so it's more so like until I feel like paying court rentals 5 days a week.
Honestly, I feel like you don't even need to though. Like, and I get you don't want to, but the parks are free. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
I would, man, if I just hear a whiff that this park has activity and it gets real active at 5 p.m., I'm fucking there.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I really don't like parks. So what I've been scoping lately,
me neither.
I've been scoping like Lifetime and LA Fitness.
Yeah, those work too, but the comp level is not gonna be nearly as high. Now I don't know how it
might be though.
It might,
because
I'm Lifetime.
I'll tell you.
It would have to be another gym.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Whatever you may see at the park, if I just go to a random park in Atlanta, I probably can get better competition at LA Fitness. And the only reason I say this because I used to live by Camp Creek.
That's true.
And I went to LA Fitness on Camp Creek, and there's some dudes in there that I can make content out of, and I swear to God, you wouldn't know if they was just your neighborhood homeboy or overseas player.
It'd be post office workers, UPS workers.
You can.
I know when I was in uni, the comp was way better than when I left uni.
Maybe go early in the morning.
Maybe you just pull up to like Georgia State. Is there gyms you can go to? Yeah, like Georgia State or Georgia Tech.
Georgia State. I know players that played at Georgia State. So last night, where we recorded it last night, we actually wasn't supposed to be there. We were supposed to go to Georgia State, but I guess people. Like their scheduling was messed up.
I would say people graduating right now, so that's
so a lot of that situation, like a lot of the locations that's out here, somebody has access to the gym. It's just about who can travel.
What I'm trying to
I had another brilliant idea. Like pull up to the YMCA, go in like a house league where you're way too overqualified, and just try and drop like 80 points a game. Like
it's some men's leagues out here.
Ideas.
No. It's they had a men's league in Lifetime Alpharetta.
See, I want to do a men's league, but I know at LA Fitness in the mornings. Like right before niggas go to work, they be hooping. They be serious.
Or like
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Go to like the worst team in the league and then just see what adding you was gonna like
just do. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yes.
Definitely
so I mean I was happy when I saw you in the gym because I was like, oh wow, you're training. So
any private gyms up here?
Huh?
Any private gyms? I saw one on Peachtree, that one I met you at. That's the only one. But I don't know any like warehouse gyms. Like privately owned.
There's probably plenty of private. I would be surprised.
Yeah,
if
it's
there
a lot
dozens.
of private locations that you can go to out here. You just gotta figure out where it's at.
Actually, we shot
with the right people.
We shot
but AMP videos in 2 private locations.
Basketball.
Yeah, I know y'all was on the south side on one of y'all locations.
Yeah, that's we used that one like 4 or 5 times, and then we shot one. Remember, you might not have been there. The dodgeball video. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that's not a private gym. I know you're talking about. Yeah,
but it's a center though. But yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about private gym where it's just a gym, or they just do training, or it's like a warehouse, like a half court, or like you could just be in there by yourself. You just open up, turn lights on when you want to. It's not a facility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like one of those you see, or open access to an old high school or something when the summer is over with. Like be able to get like shit like that.
Yeah. Old high schools are a little challenging because if they're public, then you got to go through like insurance things.
I haven't talked to my coach in a long time.
It just depends on where you go, honestly. Like me, I could go to my high school.
They wouldn't care?
Yeah. I could crack my high school open and
what the fuck? That's beautiful.
But it's just the fact that shit is 40 minutes from here.
Oh, her.
And so it's like, you know what I'm saying, some people who live on this side of town ain't gonna drive 40 minutes
to play ball.
I'm about to say because even my old high school they do open runs too. Like, they just do the open gym. They just let people come in
with the shot
and play basketball.
Yeah.
Have you thought about TikTok?
So I was doing TikTok before I started back on my basketball channel. I was doing TikTok for like 2K shit, and then I just deleted all of it, and then I started uploading stuff from my basketball channel. But I read something that if you delete videos that you put on TikTok, it's something that's like telling TikTok that you thought that the content was bad. So TikTok kind of, I don't want to say shadow ban, but it kind of like you got to work harder to get into the algorithm rather than if you just made a new TikTok
I'm gonna say you might just make a new TikTok.
New TikToks get promoted purposefully.
Yeah. And I thought about it, but right now I have like my last 8 videos is all on my TikTok now. So I didn't know if I wanted to just with the video I dropped today start a brand new fucking TikTok.
You better be doing a whole new TikTok.
Yeah, I would if I were you, because TikTok tries to get people addicted to content creation. Right. They do it successfully. Right. The whole generation of people are into it now. So yeah, I might as well open up a new one. I'm thinking about opening up a new one, and they had me verified on there because I had a sponsorship with them when they first started getting into gaming. Where I'm about to just make a new one and start pushing on my new one. Okay. But yeah, that'd be a good way. It could just be like you providing tips or you showing highlights from your games or there's that. Man, yeah, there's something I gotta break down. Yeah, your future is bright. I think like you have a lot of options, and having a lot of options is great. Not everyone has that in content creation.
True. Do you think that with like things opening back up again though, do you think that there's a possibility? Because I do feel like the basketball community can definitely be something where people just become way more active in terms of like really collabing and stuff like that. Like Frigger's doing a great job at it, but like it's something that can be expanded a little bit more. Yeah. I do believe obviously everybody was shut down last year, so it was like definitely hindered in terms of growth. But what do you see like the full scope of things? I see Trey and them trying to get back into it and stuff like that.
Who?
Trey Goods and them.
Oh, K Genius?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I feel like what Frigga's doing, in a sense, I feel like I can do that in gyms, honestly. Yeah. If I get plugged in with the right people, I feel like I can do that in gyms. And I would be even down to doing some shit like setting up some type of game with some of the, best people in the basketball community and even some of the worst people and just like mixing the teams up. Like if we just throw people out there like me, Frigga, Dev in the lab, and then you can go a different route, Cash Nasty Flight, LSK, whatever, and just like mix it up and then do like a 5v5 game and just get a building where we can get fans in there or whatever the case may be.
Once you bring enough people there, you'll have the tryhards that come in that actually play high school or play AAU right now.
No. I'm talking about like content creators.
Oh,
like,
content creator play.
Like and then just set up a game or something like that. Yeah. And like I said, bring the fans out or whatever the case may be. Or even if we had to do something like that outside, like some type of structured outside event to where it was like if we could play outside and go up and down, I could do that. Like I know a lot of them live in LA or whatever. So it was a way that we could set that up at like Venice or something and run it outside at Venice or whatever like that. Like I feel like it's more endless on a different scale. Like Freak is more so bringing the street ball shit back. Yeah. I'm more still thinking of how can I get the actual in-gym fan environment and maybe bring it outside, but keep it that way. Like a Rucker Park Dykeman League, like shit like that where the fans aren't crowded in the court, but everybody's still excited to be there. Everybody's still having a good time. The fans are still in it. If I dunk on somebody, they're going to go fucking crazy. You know
the only thing that can definitely be there. I think it's too much for a one man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely like a group. Like we just need to get together because niggas in fucking 2K can't even get together for fucking team up matchup.
I don't even play that shit that much no more, bro.
Yeah, I don't think nobody does.
I'm just saying like YouTubers can't even get together to fucking play 2K properly. Like imagine like everybody on the same scheduling to just go fly somewhere, or even if they're in the area to get them together to play in a spot.
Yeah, that's more like I said, a long term thing. Right now, it's just about doing what I'm doing now and just broadening the scale. Yeah, just letting people know that put myself on the map, that I can hoop, and I play against your favorite NBA players, and I hold my own. You know what I'm saying?
Or John
busting his ass.
I'm just saying, all I have to do is hold my own. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I need.
Oh yeah, we didn't even ask you what's gonna be the final score.
With me and John?
Yeah.
If I'm trying or not trying?
Trying.
If I'm trying, 12-1. Basketball gods may bless you.
12-1.
If I'm not trying, 12-7, 12-8, maybe. Now, if you really got a Ray Allen, I'll give you 12-11. But the likelihood of that is...
I can see at least 2 because if I do hit something, there's going to be a jumper. So at least if you're going to instead of 1.
Okay, 12-2.
You think
I see you maxing out at 2. I see you maxing out 2 points.
Yeah, you dumb as hell.
If he's trying...
2?
And make it taken, he trying.
You know what?
Fine, 3, John. 3.
You know what? Like if I get 2 3-pointers and knock them down, that's 4 points right there.
But if I'm trying, the likelihood of you actually getting a shot off.
No, I shoot deep too though. But you may not come out there. You may not believe it.
If I'm trying, I'm coming out there.
Oh, you gonna play me? You gonna play man the whole way?
If I'm actually like trying,
he's trying, nigga.
Hold on, pause. It's a 1-on-1. There's
some people like when you go far, they don't. They're
zone.
trying like if I came in for like a midi or I came to paint, you own me. But some people just be like,
this the thing. I'll say you max out at 2 because if I don't go all the way out there and you hit that shit, I'm just gonna say that it was lucky. But I'll just like not let you shoot it again because I'm actually trying.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So if I hit that down, and then you try, I get another lucky shot. You try, and I get a midi or a floater with the left because I'm right-handed, but I use my left a lot. I should never told you that, but I just told you now.
Once I saw you shoot right-handed, I would have pushed you left anyway.
Okay, cool. It's cool. So I'm gonna thrive on that aspect.
Niggas like that. I give you too much of my game.
But yeah, I give.
I mean, look, hey man, listen.
2 or 3 points.
I just want to be able to hold my own. I don't care like about winning. It's like I just want to be able to hold my own. Like I want to be able to be like, okay, John is not ass.
So
John
what type of shape are you?
Nobody thinks you're ass.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not in the best.
I'm not in good. I go to the gym. I probably hoop maybe once a week, if that. If I get, but it just be I put some shots up in the gym. I may go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I've been busy.
Okay, so I already look, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'll be back Sunday. I already told Davis we can line it up for next week. So I mean, if you
let me know. That's what I'm trying to.
You
want to
line it up next week? You know what I'm saying?
If you're in the gym, I'm trying to find people that are really serious about hooping, like on really like train and put shots up. I got some dude at my other gym. He's training to play overseas, and when I go to gym with him, we'll do drills. Like we'll do put shots up. We'll do work on our opposite hands, like that. David just want to do 360 half court threes. And play little kids. That's not gonna make me better. Like it's not gonna make me. I'm trying to get better. It's not gonna make me better. Or Davis just kind of like just hit you in the paint. Like Davis, if you go on a layup on Davis, he doesn't jump to lay the ball. He just kind of goes for a shoulder bump.
That's smart though.
How's that smart? It's not basketball.
If he goes at you and he bumps you.
No. I'm saying
is gonna be late.
I'm saying Davis goes in like this.
That's smart.
Because we had Trae Young gets like a lot of his foul calls,
but you don't get. I'm not taking free throws in a game of pickup.
But you're not. But you got to think if Davis doesn't bump you, and you're more athletic than Davis.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying like that's the only thing he does. Like he's not even trying to block the ball. Like he just goes in for the shoulder bump. Like he doesn't play defense.
You talking about on the defense?
I'm thinking you talking about he's on offense.
Okay. No, I'm talking about on defense. He just does that. So I'm going for layup, and he doesn't like attempt to block. He just go. That's what I'm talking about.
But Davis does do that on offense. It's actually like
he does it on offense too, and defense
pretty often, and it's actually.
And then he'll say weight room.
Pretty good at it.
He's actually pretty good.
He is. That's what because he has that low center of gravity.
I don't even know. I think he just does. He's really good. That's like the one thing he's like really good at timing at. Yeah. He's catching you off balance. You trying to defend him when he's going up for a layup. Bump shooting and finish.
It's better if you're taller. Like you can time it better because you got a lot more. I got a little more because my arms are longer.
So if I time it right, double doors.
Huh?
I just smacked his shit to the double doors. He tried to do that to me.
Yeah, I can see it too. Yeah.
But John, you
what?
It's still 12-7.
If he's trying his fullest, then I shouldn't get no more than 4. I shouldn't get no more.
I like this. He's getting closer to
because he got a height advantage on me.
Yeah, it's
closer to where we're supposed to be.
He got a height advantage on me. But if I'm hot and you're not hot,
but that's what I said, and y'all got belligerent. Y'all like what for?
But no, I'm saying if I'm hot and you're not hot,
no. He's getting closer to where he's supposed to be. Yeah, 4 is still outrageous.
Just smiling at his response though.
Yeah, because 4 is outrageous.
I think he started at 12-10. His favorite
between 4 to 8. Between 4 to 8 points.
Hey John, don't let these guys crush your dream.
That's what I'm saying. I like it. I like it.
Crush your dream.
I'm gonna keep going. 4 to 8 is a pretty wide margin.
Huh?
That's a big margin.
But it's all a difference of 2 shots. You know what I'm saying?
John, I'll give you a number, John. Okay. I played Frigga to 7, and I beat him 7-3.
Y'all playing hard?
Yes. He won the series because I was out of shape at the time, but the game that I won, 7-3.
Okay.
You think you can put up 3 points under DeJounte Frigga?
Okay. I'm gonna lie, bro. You wouldn't put up nothing.
Yeah, these. Okay, so you hoop for real.
Frigga. He wasn't trying at all when I played him. Like he was actually like joking the whole time.
Okay, when you put it like when you put it like that, I'm still gonna hold my ground. I'm not gonna take back what I said because it's you know what I'm saying. That's
so 4 to 8 points.
Huh?
4 to 8 points.
That's the goal. Okay. 8 points. I'm gonna hold myself to it, but I'm not gonna talk down on myself and say I can't do.
Of course not. Of course, dog. Why would you ever do that? Of course.
First game I may not get it, but you know what I'm saying. Give me 6 months. Maybe you never know.
I like that.
I guess, yeah.
Basketball is more mental than physical. Once you can learn your player, or I can learn your movement.
I feel like only athletic people say shit like that.
Huh?
Yeah, only athletic people say stuff like that.
No, but basketball is a mental sport as much physical as well. You got to have IQ and knowing the player.
Yes. If you don't know the game of basketball, you won't play.
We're talking about one-on-one, not 5v5.
It's still partially mental.
Athleticism is the overall.
No,
is the overall.
Is it just as much?
It is
as being physically in one-on-one.
In a one-on-one,
kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Because you got some people that it's just some people mentally. If you mentally out the game, that one-on-one is bad for you.
Exactly.
Because you got to think, if you're mentally out the game in a 5v5,
you got other people to help you.
You could possibly count on your teammates to kind of help you out. If you mentally out of the game in a one-on-one, you on your own.
You're on your own. Say you missed 2 shots, now you're frustrated. Now I'm in your head.
Now you're frustrated.
Now you're a better player than me, but I got you frustrated. I'm in your head. Now I'm predicting your next move, so I'm knowing. Okay, he goes right here. He's gonna pull up. That's why I can.
You be playing mind games.
It's not mind. It's not mind. It's not mind games. But I'm saying basketball is mental too. Like you could be an.
I know it's definitely mental. I don't. I just want to know if it's the same during a 1v1.
If I miss 2 shots in a row, I don't get down. You ask him when I played Davis and Davis had 5. I missed like 4 shots in a row.
Some people
I laughed at every time I missed a shot.
Sometimes that fuck niggas up though. Like if you miss 2 shots and I hit 2 threes back to back, now a nigga may try to match it because he's like, damn, I'm behind 4 points. It's not that much in a basketball game, but if you let it get in your head, now you're like, okay, I got to match. I got to hit a 3 down.
See, but those are the ones that lose.
Exactly.
If I miss and you hit 2 threes, I'm not matching your threes.
Exactly. But you smart, so you have IQ too. A lot of niggas don't have IQ. Like, oh, I got to match it, and that's how I beat niggas that I'm not supposed to beat. But I mean,
who have you beat that you wasn't supposed to beat?
I mean, I don't know their names, but I played people that are better. I haven't played. I haven't played any YouTube legends yet, but I just played people that play college, that be at the gym, that are athletically more inclined than me, dunking, doing all this stuff. But because I watched how they play, I knew what they was gonna do. So I wasn't fast, I just beat them to their spots, and I was knocking down my shots. I was having to be hot.
I do want to get into that one-on-one space though. I do want to play.
It's harder. It's 5v5. I feel I'm better because it's like it's other people, so I can drive in. Oh, I can fake. Oh, I'm not laying it up. Fire to the thing. I got good players. He's knocking it down. Now next time I come in the paint, you think I'm gonna dump it off? Ooh, fake him. Fillet. I'm to the rim.
You think 5v5 is harder?
No, I feel 5v5 is funner. I feel.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, 1v1 is all on you, and 1v1 is different because it's not like it's really off that first step. Your quickness, like beating player, because it's like that person's faster than you. You're not gonna get that first step. You can't get past them. You lock down. Now you're forced to take shots you don't want to take. So whoever is more athletically inclined or quicker, it's gonna be to their advantage. You know, on a 1-on-1 because you got nothing else to interfere. It's just you and that person.
I was say I feel like 5v5 would be
5v5 is a lot easier than 1v1.
Should be, yeah.
Because you're not all that pressure is not on you.
You think 5v5 is easier than a 1v1?
I would say it's because the only way you can win on a 1v1 is like you're gonna have to score. 5v5, I can win the basketball game, be impactful, and not put the ball in the basket.
You can play good defense.
I guess if you're talking about an aspect of winning, I thought you were just talking about an aspect of just like you playing.
You playing?
Oh, no.
I would say 1v1 is easier.
Yeah, I would say it is as well. Because 5v5 you would have to know. Yeah,
it's no help in a 1v1.
Yeah, it's easier if you have an advantage over the person you're playing.
Actually, how do you feel about the Kwame Brown stuff?
I've been watching the streams the last few days.
I watched a few of his streams.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's two things to it. One, he's a person that actually is fed up.
For sure.
Of his name just being thrown out.
Yeah.
But 2, he's also business savvy. And somebody must have told him like about YouTube or whatever the case may be. Because there's no way he's just going live on YouTube out of the fucking blue like this.
No, he's been uploading stuff. He had stuff like 11 months ago.
Well, now that it's starting his traction is starting to come. It's like he'll get on Instagram for 15 minutes and say, I'll see y'all on YouTube. So it's like I think he's almost in the sense of like y'all been making money off of me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk my shit and speak my real piece, but I'm gonna profit off of it as well.
Do you think the label being a bust is suitable for him? Because some people believe that you can't be a bust if you stay in the league as long as he did.
He was a bust. Okay. He was the number 1 pick. You can't be a bust if you're picked in the 2nd round or something, or a late 1st round, and you stay in the league 10 years or something like that. Yeah. But the number 1 pick holds way more weight than anything.
Or so because Jalen Rose was saying that the phrase "bust" cannot be applicable to someone who played in the league for 12 years.
I feel like that applies more to like
a role player.
Yeah, no, but like, look, if you are a role player and you stay in the league like for 12 years, that's actually fucking impressive.
Yeah.
But as a number 1 overall pick, teams are inclined to give you a lot of chances. So you're gonna get way more chances than a person who's picked 42nd in the draft, right?
Definitely.
Someone who's picked 42nd in the draft, who's just been 6th man, or maybe started like a TJ Ford, for example. Like he started like in Indiana, and he started for the Raptors for a little bit. Yeah. But he was in the league for how long? Like 13, 14 years? Like that's impressive.
Because the NBA is a specialist job. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like the NBA is literally specialist jobs.
Do you think it's worse? Like you think it's more like that now?
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by that?
Like, so I would say the number 1 to number 5 picks are supposed to be franchise altering players, especially 1 through 3. Okay, majority of the people drafted out of the lottery, 9 out of 10 are supposed to come to a team and possibly be role players unless they can turn into something else. Like Isaiah Thomas was drafted 60. He was not supposed to be averaging 29 in Boston,
right,
and almost in MVP conversations for that season. Like that's not supposed to be happening for him. But for guys drafted 1 through 5 and maybe a little farther down in the lottery, those are supposed to be franchise altering players. So they're going to get the money because they're supposed to change the franchise. A person like fucking Andre Roberson, you can watch the game and be like, how the fuck is he in the league? But
he's a specialist.
He's a defensive specialist. Yeah. We don't count on him to shoot the ball. We don't count on him to score the ball. We count on putting him in the game and guarding the other team's best player and then just be athletic. Catch it off the rim. Catch it alley-oop. Do your job and get paid 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 million. Kyle Korver is a specialist. He's literally in the game to shoot the ball. We know Kyle Korver's not the best defender. We know he's not going to guard the other team's best player. He's a sniper. That's what he gets paid to do. You have people that are paid to be specialists, and you have people that are paid to be stars. You'll never see a specialist sign a 4-year, $100 million contract unless the team fuck up and do some shit like the Lakers and give Luol Deng and Mozgov 4 years, 75 or 72 million.
I was about to say nowadays,
the Hornets
get probably
now
18 million.
Now
a year.
it's like you'll see people get money, but the money that you're seeing people get now, you will look at the number and be like, "Damn, that's absurd." But with the salary cap in the NBA, it's not.
Yeah.
Like 4 years, $58 million, to like Tyler Johnson. Doesn't
also
like that shit was bad, but at the same time, it's like that's not really a lot because the salary cap keeps going up.
Do you think?
Hopefully, it keeps going up.
Yeah,
hopefully. Do you think that's more now? Because even Kenny Smith was saying like, now if you just stay on a shooting machine long enough, and if you have like slightly above average athleticism, you understand to play basketball, but you haven't like found yourself as a player. If you stay on a shooting machine long enough, you'll be in the NBA.
The game is a shooting league. If you can't necessarily shoot, you're probably not going to make the team, or you're probably not going to play.
I don't want you on my Raptors at all if you can't shoot the basketball. Yeah. I don't care who you are, what position you play.
You have to. So now it's like you damn near have to be able to shoot a little bit, or like I said, you have to understand the game. Like it's guys in the NBA who play because they understand the game. They're not necessarily good at one specific thing, but they understand the game. Yeah. Now I had a talk with some of my homeboys the other day, and I have a take that if Russell Westbrook wasn't athletic, I said he wouldn't be in the league.
I actually agree with you.
And I said he wouldn't be in the league, and they lost their mind. They're like, bro, it's Russell. And I'm like, no, y'all are thinking Russell right now. That's MVP, Mr. Triple-Double, Russell Westbrook. Russell's pre-draft scouting report was that he was a bad decision maker.
Which he still is.
He couldn't shoot the basketball.
He still can't.
He was an okay defender. And even Gilbert Arenas said it in the All the Smoke podcast. He got by with his athleticism. If Russ wasn't athletic, what would wow NBA?
But I feel like that's a slightly dumb argument because if that's what he specializes in, his athleticism, that's like saying if Kyle Korver couldn't shoot, he wouldn't be in the NBA. Like,
agree,
but he wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's just like that. If Russ didn't have athleticism, which is the argument, if Russ wasn't athletic, if he was a typical 6'3" guard with decent or below decent athleticism, Russell is in the top echelon of athleticism in the NBA.
And just
if he was
in terms of humans,
of all time,
in general,
but of all time, if he was a decent athletic point guard, Ricky Rubio or some shit like that, like he wouldn't be in the NBA.
Oh snap! Is Ricky Rubio still playing?
Yeah. I just think he wouldn't be in the NBA because it would have been nothing to wow the scouts.
So are you saying he's a specialist?
I think Russell would probably go down as one of the greatest point guards of all time because he's so athletically gifted that he can. But I don't think he's a specialist because he does so much.
But I think a lot. I'm not gonna call him a specialist, but I agree with you saying. But I think a lot of things that he's saying.
If he does so much, that wouldn't he still be in the NBA without his athleticism?
No, but I think the athleticism
allows him to do so.
Exactly.
Much.
I think
Russell
him
wasn't
passing,
athletic. He's not averaging 11 rebounds.
He's not.
If he wasn't athletic,
he's not averaging 11 assists.
He's not averaging 11 assists because a lot of that
is Russell Westbrook just a prolific rebounder, or has he just learned the art of rebounding, especially for a point guard?
He's athletic. You can learn the art of rebounding, but if you can't get off the damn ground, you're not gonna get the rebound.
I don't see him out jumping people. I think he just finds his way to the ball. Though
you need to watch a lot more games.
You think Russell Westbrook is out jumping centers for rebounds?
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Snatches.
You having a John?
But I think Russ barely does any one of those things. I think he more so out jumps people to get rebounds.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think if you watch the games, what really ends up happening is a lot of times is that his bigs box out and he grabs the rebounds and then he pushes the pace.
But it is a lot of times where I've actually seen Russ out jump centers and go get a rebound.
Oh, I could see that happening. That just can't be the bulk of his rebounds. That would be
it's not the bulk of it, but
the bulk of it is the big boxing out and him grabbing the rebound.
Anyway, well, I do think he is like his decision making has been compromised at times. Yeah, I feel like you can't be Russell Westbrook. I wouldn't call him a bad decision maker. I just feel like
he is.
I personally think
he's a
I don't know if he'd be a star, but
he's not a
NBA.
fully bad decision maker, but he has more times where he just doesn't make the right decision. But he's not like the worst. He's not like the worst with the ball.
Like if we saying you remove the athleticism, he would make way more bad decisions because a lot of the decisions that he makes become much more easier for him to make because he's just blowing by defenders.
I think first of all he's a great leader. I think sure. that from the mid range especially that he's a good shooter.
That's been improved.
That's factually incorrect.
That's been improved. He's still not a great mid-range shooter, but that's been improved. He didn't have none of that when he was coming out of.
Okay, maybe that doesn't make any sense then, because I think his athleticism is the only reason that he gets open for those mid-ranges.
Because people just sag off of him.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like that's a weird argument to make because that's athleticism is so broad and what it could apply to. That'd be like me saying if you took away Giannis' athleticism, would he still be in the NBA?
That's another good question,
right? Because I feel like you can say that about a lot of superstars.
Giannis,
6'9", ain't
I would say Giannis is
6'11".
Giannis is 6'11".
Like
so
6'10",
for Giannis, it would just be predicated on what else could he have possibly done. Because I tell my boys this too: Giannis has no game, and I would tell y'all the truth. Giannis has no game.
It's amazing to me how he hasn't got any footwork.
Giannis is physically able to impose his will on the game of basketball. Giannis cannot give you 1 to 2 go-to moves. A Euro step in transition
that's
necessarily
doesn't
count.
I'm a Raptors fan. I've seen Siakam's 1 or 2 moves. I'd rather have Giannis just physically imposing his will than Siakam move.
But listen, Siakam has game though. Siakam can really go in his bag and give you a little bit of something.
Okay, well,
also Siakam isn't expected to do what Giannis is doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So Siakam being the second or third best player on the team and having 2 or 3 moves is fine.
It's fine.
Giannis being the best player on the team and not having
a go-to
1 or 2 go-to moves is scary. Every time I watch him, I'm like, niggas.
Why is that scary? Why is that scary?
Because Giannis averages 29. He averages like 29 and 13 and doesn't have a go-to move. If Giannis had a go-to move, he would average 36, 35.
Wow. Okay, explain that to me.
So his 29, right? And I'm glad you brought this up because me and my boys talked about it. the week that the Bucks beat the Nets back to back, me and my boys was talking about Giannis and the games that he put on, right? And so I said, bro, let's watch the game, how Giannis got his points. So I think in the game, the second game when he had like 29, I think 18 of that came in transition. Maybe like 4 of that came on the break, and then I think he hit like maybe 1-3.
Giannis had 18 transition points himself.
Yeah.
That's a skill, guys.
No.
Did he just leak?
No, this is the thing. Attacking in transition because he's so physically and athletically gifted, it's like you're not going to stop a 6'11" freight train coming down in transition. It doesn't have necessarily anything to do with being skillful. It's more so you're not stopping that.
But I feel like we've seen the reason I'm opposing it is because I know what, like, we've seen Giannis figures before. Like when Bruno Caboclo, like if he bulked up a little bit, like when he came in the league, he was like when Giannis came in the league. Giannis has brothers who are also like physically, like it makes no sense how their bodies even exist. Right. But Giannis is able to use his physicality and impose it on people. That has to be a skill. You don't just fall into that.
Using your physicality to impose will on people is not a skill. That's just
I would disagree. But I understand what you're saying.
But you have to learn that though, don't you? Because you're not just given. First of all, you have to get strong. And then you have to learn how to use that strength in a way that makes sense in basketball.
But in the sense of how Giannis scores the ball, like any basketball player on that level, like the NBA level, I would say that that skill would kind of be taught in middle school. So like if Giannis was a big man in middle school, you can teach Giannis how to post up in middle school. You can teach Giannis how to use his shoulder and get a jump hook in middle school, even if he's not the most strong person in the world. I played center in high school. I can shoot a jump hook in high school. I weighed 170 pounds in high school. But I knew how to shoot a jump hook. But it's like you give Giannis all this strength. Can he shoot a jump hook?
No.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes. It's like it's rare, but his moves is getting it in transition. He's mastered side steps and Euro steps in transition. But if you slow transition down and put him in the half court, he has no legit moves to score. Majority of his points will come off of offensive rebounds or pick and roll action. You can't give Giannis the ball and say, go get me a bucket.
And that's the reason why it's scary. Because for you to be the best player, and you can't, if you're in a half court setting, you can't give Giannis the ball as the best player and guarantee that he can get you a good look. That to me, that's scary.
But what?
But I agree with you though about
you're guaranteed to get a good look.
Name one. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard.
They're just great players. They knock them down. You could objectively look at the average Kobe Bryant shot and go, "That's a difficult shot to make."
You said give you a good look.
Give you a good look.
Chris Middleton, Alec Burks.
Okay, James Harden. What I'm saying is the shots that the Chris Middletons and the Kevin Durants, they regularly take difficult shots. They're just masters at making difficult shots. No. Are we going to argue those contested KD shots are good looks?
Some of them are contested and some of
them
KD
is just great. He could pull up from anywhere, and I guess it's a good look.
Some of them are contested and some of them are. I'll tell you this. The shot that Kyrie shot over Steph in the finals, that wasn't a contested shot. That was a great look.
No, but what I'm saying is like, I agree with you.
I did hear that. Some people, they say when they're on the floor, like the shots that look contested, when people be on the floor, like watching, it's not
contested.
It's not.
It's contested on 2K, but
it's a 67% on 2K.
We said that. We said that 2 podcasts ago. That's what he heard that from.
Oh, you said that? I know I heard it. Oh, you said it?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but
I heard it from somewhere.
The quoting this guy is fucking. You quoted him. Yeah, I heard it from somewhere, dog.
The thing is, I
don't give haters credit.
I see what y'all saying. I don't watch enough Bucks games. The only time I watch the Bucks play is when the Raptors is spanking them.
Why you say it so hard?
I just
spanking them.
But look, I just think this. I just think for Giannis, like I said, I just feel like he don't have any moves, and that's the scary part because he's 26. Which is the scariest part. Giannis will probably play to about 34, 35.
No, he won't. I think you guys need
35?
to. I think with the best
9 years, he can play till 35.
With the best trainers on planet Earth and enough money to pay them to get them to train him to do whatever he wants, I believe that he can figure out a way to develop some moves. Guys,
he doesn't. No. He can. That's what I'm saying. He's 26. He can figure it out.
Oh yeah.
But he just don't got it now.
Okay, anyway, I feel like I don't watch enough Giannis to have this conversation.
Yeah.
It's clear.
But anyway, I just feel like you can't be no MVP and you don't have.
I agree with you as well.
Like,
I agree with what you're saying. I think what Giannis actually does, there is a skill to it. I don't think it's to the same extent there was other first options though. And that's where I'm like, you're lacking so much in so many other areas where there's no way that Giannis
it's a skill to physically impose your will.
Yeah, there's no way that Giannis in today's league should not be able to go in the post and not get good looks consistently. It literally doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah,
literally, it just doesn't. Not in today's league when there's very rarely any legitimate big men.
He's blessed. You know what I'm saying? Chris Middleton is nice, so he could just take the final.
And that's what I'm saying. If you watch the Bucks, Drew Holiday was a solid pickup. But if you watch the Bucks games, like Giannis' ass was sitting on the baseline
in the dunker spot,
for the game winner.
Legitimately,
like Chris Middleton was pulling that up.
Fuck it.
And they weren't even looking to throw him in the ball.
For his stature, bro, he need to have that ball.
Why?
He don't have to. He needs to be an option. He's not even an option.
He doesn't have to every shot. But like Lo just said, his ability to even be an option isn't there. If they couldn't go to Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday's shooting that shot.
If they couldn't go to Drew, then they just hope they're going to do a dribble penetration to a shooter.
Yep.
Giannis will be the last.
I get it.
He
should be an option in that sense. I feel like he's still a threat though.
For offensive rebound.
Exactly. So like you're gonna need at least a couple people to box him out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll give you another example because my boy asked me this.
And that's a skill. That is a skill. Offensive rebound is a skill.
I'll give you another example. Shaq physically imposed his will on the game of basketball, but Shaq had moves.
Yeah, 100%.
Giannis just doesn't have that. He just can physically impose his will on the game to average 29. He just doesn't have a move. Like you can give the ball to Shaq. Shaq can give you a dream shake, a jump hook, a drop step up fake, turn around on a pivot. Giannis it's either Euro or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Giannis should have that. There's just absolutely no way that Giannis in today's league can have it. So why don't the Clippers sign you, dog? Because them niggas is trash.
Man, it's the politics, man.
Them niggas are straight trash.
It's the politics, man.
He losing to Luka by himself.
Yeah, no, I'm part of me crazy. Like just the real spiteful person to me is like, I'm happy Kawhi left Toronto and he didn't see a whole lot of success. Part of me is that spiteful, bro.
I got a hot take for y'all. Clippers lose to Dallas in this first round. Kawhi's gone.
That's a pretty average take.
And the only way Kawhi, I'm not gonna lie, the only way I could see Kawhi staying.
He's not staying.
No, the only way I could see Kawhi staying is if they sign Kyle Lowry.
No, he's not staying.
No,
but they can't sign Kyle.
No, he left the championship.
No cap. Okay, well
he left the championship. He's not staying after being packed up in the first round, bro.
Kawhi is either in Golden State or he's in Miami.
If he goes to Golden State, I might lose a little respect for him.
He's in Golden State or Miami.
Hey, he can't go to Golden State, bro. Please, no. I finally enjoy watching Golden State again. Please stop.
I'm serious.
Superstars, stop going to Golden State.
I actually think they would just trade. They would trade Paul George before they would lose Kawhi.
But Kawhi has a player option for free agency, so that means that trade will have to go through before he has to figure out if he wants to opt out.
But I would come to Kawhi and be like, "This is what we're willing to make this trade for you to stay."
But do you think it's Paul George though?
I think
right now their stats are almost similar in this Dallas series.
But I think both of them are too similar players to put them alongside one. Somebody has to be able to dribble, penetrate, and kick out, and also defensively. Neither one of them are really fighting over screens hard enough the way they should be anyway. But they need somebody who can dribble, penetrate, create their own shot to force the opposing defense to collapse.
I really think they need another. I think they need.
They need a defensive big too.
They need
talking about the Clippers.
Yeah.
Clippers need so sad. We're talking about this super team. They needing more things.
No, listen.
Oh my god.
They need a defensive big man.
They
need a defensive big man. And personally, I think Rondo should start.
Yes.
I think Reggie Jackson
is starting right now. And every single time I see Reggie Jackson, I'm like, how the fuck is he starting with Pat Bev and Rondo on the bench? Yeah. That is the craziest thing in my life.
That's why I said the only way it might happen is if they could find a way to get Kyle Lowry, because Kawhi and Kyle have that championship experience. Serge is already on the team. So it's like
Serge is getting out.
He's getting old, but they have that bond from Toronto.
I think sometimes general managers, they don't be watching basketball. Because I feel like if you just watch the Raptors,
they don't.
Like you wouldn't. you wouldn't really want Marc Gasol. Like, I don't know why when the Lakers picked him up and fans were celebrating.
It's not that.
Well, that's
for the Lakers that would.
For the Lakers, it wasn't supposed to be a bad. He was supposed to play better than what he's playing now.
He wasn't. Did y'all watch the Raptor games? He was inconsistent at best. He wasn't grabbing no rebounds.
But we're not expecting him to do all that.
This is when I say specialist, right? Marc Gasol has turned into a popping big man with high intelligent basketball IQ.
He's the most inconsistent 3-point shooter I've seen in my life. Like, he'll have 2 weeks on, and then the worst 3 weeks. I don't know the most
inconsistent.
I don't know. Now, Andrew Wiggins is pretty fucking.
Ain't on top of Kelly Oubre, for whatever reason, shot below 33% this year from 3, which is the wildest thing.
Anyway, the same goes with Serge Ibaka, who in the playoffs kind of turned it up, but throughout the regular season was like in the 3-point department, which is nowhere.
That's not what they needed him for. They needed him to defend. He's just hurt right now. That's the reason they're not playing. They didn't need him to shoot threes. They're like the best 3-point shooting team.
I just think it's interesting how the goalposts change. Like when the offseason, when they pick up all these players, those super team, and now everybody's down on the Clippers, and I'm sure they're gonna be like, we needed this, we needed that. It's like, no,
I'm gonna torch them when they lose.
It's like, no, fine. I remember what the expectations were when you put fucking team together.
I'm fine with torching them, but I'm just saying the reason why I don't think it's working is because they need a defensive big. They should have been the one who picked up Dwight from the Lakers or potentially JaVale McGee. And also, I think you can't have a tandem of Kawhi and Paul George because they have to have a superstar who can penetrate, create, and kick out. And they don't have that right now.
Yeah, I want to talk about how great Kyrie Irving's been considering how like away from the game of basketball he's been. Every time he just glides on the court. Like
you have to realize that he hasn't really been away from the game of basketball.
I mean, he has like in the games.
He missed some games.
Yeah, but I guess LeBron has too. He just said he had an ankle injury.
Yeah, he's missed some games, but at the same time, so I think people fail to realize that the basketball court, 9 out of 10 for most hoopers, is the escape space. So when you're on the court, you don't necessarily think about the outside.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Especially with fans and shit in the stands. You kind of like, I've been on the court sometimes where it's been 8,000 people in an arena. And I promise to God, I don't hear it. So it's like you're in a zone when you're hooping. And a lot of that shit you don't think about. So when Kyrie goes to the media and says, my mind isn't on basketball.
Oh, yeah.
That's an off-the-court thought.
No. I'm really talking about the games he skipped out for personal reasons. But, like, there were reports I read that after Game 1, he was the first person practicing at the whole team. So I'm not saying his dedication's not there at all. I'm a little curious, though, now that we're on that conversation, since Kyrie did say he brought up, like, subtle racism in Boston. Has anything ever happened to you where, like, you're playing the game and a fan says or does something that like kind of throws you off? Because at a certain point you just tune it out the same way like you just tune out noise when you're trying to sleep. But
I think when I played the University of Utah,
of course,
Utah. When I played against the University of Utah, I think their fans was pretty fucking wild.
Is there like a feeling amongst people that like, oh man, we're going here, like we could potentially expect like to be treated worse as a result of being there?
Honestly, when I went to Utah, the only thing I could think about was, I think when I played Utah, they had DeLon Wright.
Oh wow.
Kuzma.
Oh. What the hell?
Jakob Poeltl, the center.
Yo, you had a bad year to face Utah.
So when I played, but this one Kuzma was a freshman, so he wasn't Kuzma yet.
Yeah.
But it was just like when we played them, it was more so for me like I want to have a good game because scouts are probably here watching them. So if I could dunk on Jakob, somebody's gonna
notice that.
Watch me.
Sports Center might even notice that.
Yeah, but he bust my shit to the third row.
I would say Poeltl has actually turned out to be
he's a legit 7'1", 7 foot,
anybody
7'1".
Masai Ujiri drafts, I'm telling you, has something in them. I don't know what it is. Masai just gets it out of people.
Yeah, but I don't know. Utah did say some wild shit.
What was said? Was it something racist? Was it something
it was? I think it was like borderline racist. It was very disrespectful, but I think it was like borderline racist too. I can't remember exactly what was said.
That's middle America though for you.
But we have went to a lot of places where like we may get into it. with some of the fans.
You return fire, or do you just ignore it? How do you react to something like that?
If it was me now, I probably wouldn't say too much. But me in college was a little different. Mm-hmm. So me in college, I would react to certain things that people would say, just depending on the level of disrespect, how far they would go.
And these are what, students or grown adults?
Both.
A grown adult yelling at a college student just feels like
it'd be both. So like students, it'll just be like students, it'll just be like, man, y'all not out here, playing. Yeah. And a grown adult, it is like, if this barricade wasn't in my way, I'd beat your ass and not care.
Yeah, I thought that's because growing up for us, like only students are the only ones who really pull up to games. So like there wasn't this like huge alumni of people and just a large fan base that didn't exist. So. It just, when I came here, it was so weird to me that like you can, if you wanted to go to, like I wanted to go to University of Georgia game, and it was like the student section was a sliver of the arena dedicated to students. And I guess you could be a student and be anywhere else, but just that dedicated to the people that go to the school felt kind of crazy to me, because that means there's just regular adults pulling up to watch these.
That's definitely a southern middle America.
And you got to think too, I went to all black school. So Alabama State is an HBCU. Mm-hmm. So when we was playing non-conference, we would play the bigger PWIs and stuff. But in conference, we're playing all black schools. So now the level of disrespect at all black schools is different because they joning on you. They'll say whatever. And it's like, with them, it's more so entertainment and it's funny or whatever. So like I've had a situation where we played Prairie View, which is like 45 minutes from Houston. And so our coach used to make like the freshmen and the underclassmen wear the team shoes. And so, upperclassmen wear whatever you want to wear. So my senior year, our team shoes was like Team J's. Y'all know Team J's is like some of the worst shit you could ever put on. So immediately before you start warming up, niggas in the stands is like, oh, we know who's sorry. If they got on Team J's, they ass suck. It's like, let me look at the lineup real quick. Oh, you average 9? Not tonight. Not with them Team J. Like, it used to be bad. And then our coach used to wear big ass suits. They used to tell me he wore Steve Harvey suits and shit. Like, it used to be bad. So I'm like, this shit. I think the level of just like trying to keep your focus with fans was worse at the HBCUs, because you try not to laugh at that shit. Like, motherfucker be joining you mid game and you just try not to laugh. But at another school, like a school that may be racist, it's just like, we kind of know this environment. Or if you got a school like Illinois got a tradition. They don't say nothing until the 10th point.
I like shit like that.
Yeah.
But it was bad when we went because their star player crossed one of my teammates and made him slide across the court and then hit it for point 10. And they were quiet.
Up until everything?
On the ankle breaker, I didn't hear a word. And I said, how? Like, my man's really slid across the court. And I said, how are y'all quiet? He hit the 3. Man, that shit sound like Paul Pierce hitting the 3 in the Garden. I'm like, I don't understand it. But
the Lakers used to have the same thing too, where they wouldn't sit down until the home team made a point. Or they used to wear white jerseys on home games on Sundays and stuff like that.
I think one school made cutout boards of our faces.
That's dedication for each team. Yeah, each team that come across, they have printouts.
They had the printouts of us shaking the shit while we were shooting free throws.
That's crazy.
The craziest thing I ever saw was someone came out with an Eva Longoria poster after she broke up with Tony Parker, and they just waved that around behind the backboard. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's wild. That's actually
wild.
That's actually mad disrespectful.
Very.
No shit.
Very.
So before we write the podcast, who you got winning it all, dog? It's my Lakers, right?
Yeah, I want to say the Lakers because that's my team.
Lakers.
But if the Lakers,
let's just be honest. Be honest. It's the Nets.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn.
How?
If the Lakers,
I can't. I mean, so serious. I can't.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm so ready for the Nets to lose. So
listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
Because I'm tired of dribble tween Twitter.
All right, so I may be a little too biased here, but so the Lakers are my favorite team, but Durant and Kyrie are my favorite players. If they match up, of course, I want the Lakers to win. But watching us play, what Bradley Beal say? We don't guard a parked car. We don't guard nobody. We don't guard.
You're talking about the Lakers right now, right?
The Lakers don't guard.
They just let Cameron Payne out 24 points.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Payne looked like an all-star out there.
The Lakers
he was going by Marc Gasol and Drummond every
He like,
time.
he's all like, "Why you Cameron Payne? You had that in you,
Bro, the Lakers don't guard a soul, bro. So it's just like,
so
guard players.
You need to play a little bit of defense when Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant pull up on.
But you don't think Milwaukee gonna do that though?
I don't.
What?
I be telling, bro. Listen,
Drew Holiday on either Kyrie or Harden and Giannis on Durant. Those are easy matchups.
You forgot one player.
about the third
but then it's just Chris Middleton's or whoever on the other person. Even if that other person go off,
But think about
they
this.
don't. The Nets don't. The Nets don't play no defense.
Let me talk to you.
The Nets don't play no defense.
This is the dumbest argument you've made in some time, dog.
Listen. The Nets don't play defense, right? But we have to understand, okay? We're talking playoff KD. We're talking playoff Kyrie. And we're talking a reinvented James Harden, who is not required.
He is reinvented.
Who is not required to shoot the bulk of the shots and be the guy down the stretch. He can literally sit back and play point guard. If you put Drew on Kyrie and if you put Giannis on KD, now you have Chris Middleton guarding Harden. Imagine Harden conserving a good amount of his energy, not playing iso ball for 40 minutes. And then in the fourth quarter, Chris Middleton is tired as shit having to guard almost a fresh Harden down the stretch. That's tough. And even if you switch it and you give Kyrie, even if you switch it and give Kyrie the ball, now Chris has to guard Kyrie. Chris is the weak link defender out of all of them.
No, stop trying to give logical reasoning behind his very illogical arguments. The Lakers,
it's not just saying.
We're not talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the Bucks.
I understand that, but I'm saying right now, can I sit there and make the same argument to you? Like the Bucks can sit there and match up with the Lakers.
I don't see the Bucks getting past the second.
No, they cannot.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't see the Bucks getting past the second.
What happened to all those defenders that were going to lock up the Nets? Where'd they go?
You said the Nets can match up with the Lakers?
No. I say, do you believe the way you're saying, like, the Bucks can match up? Can't the Bucks match up with the Nets? Can't the Bucks just match up with the Lakers the same way?
How? What are you talking about?
Because you said
there's literally nobody on the team.
You're trying to buff.
If Giannis is defending AD, then who's defending LeBron? There's nobody defending LeBron, and vice versa. There's no.
But that's
nobody.
almost the same thing. Like none of the Knicks can guard KD.
You know what's funny?
Also, if that's the case, then why wasn't KD just dropping off Giannis when they matched up in the regular season?
He did.
Yeah.
What?
KD, the very first game, I think KD probably had like 30 or something. And in the second game, KD had 36. He had a way better game than Giannis the second game.
Hey,
I'll double check.
All I'm saying is when the Lakers lose, it's not gonna be this energy. It's gonna be like, man, LeBron's ankle and AD
I'm not
and
making excuses. I don't think the Nets are going to.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying Lakers.
I believe you have good takes in basketball. So I'm gonna ask you.
You just said the dumbest shit I've heard all podcasts.
I watch Lowe. I pay attention to Lowe's Twitter. When Lowe says some bullshit, I call him out on it. Like whatever playoff bracket he put up the other day.
The first one, then I took it down.
He deleted that shit, didn't he?
I put the second one on.
You got pressed to delete your fucking goddamn playoff bracket on Twitter.
I saw the Clippers play the Mavericks, and I was like, these niggas is trash. Let me go and get this shit out of here.
The second game when the Bucks played the Nets, right?
Yeah.
I feel like KD had a better game.
Okay.
And I'll give you the stat line. Giannis had 36. Mm-hmm. He shot, I think it was like 12 of 30. He shot 4 for 12 from the 3-point. Look, he shot 4 for 12 from the 3-point line. Giannis. 12. He was like 12 or 30.
How the hell Giannis shoot 12 or 30? Because he shot from the restricted area.
No, he shot 12 threes.
Oh, really?
He shot 4 for 12 from the 3-point line that game. And I'll pull up the stats. I swear to God, my boys told me
33%'s not that bad.
My boys told me that Giannis had a better game that game, and I literally almost lost my fucking mind. The
thing I point out is if KD can just outscore niggas and just shoot over niggas, then why isn't that nigga just shooting like 50% for his entire career? Like why?
KD?
Yeah,
it is the playoffs.
He doesn't shoot before he got to Golden State. The nigga wasn't shooting 50% from the field even then.
Okay, got you. Here we go. Kevin Durant.
Wait, 11. KD shot under 50% with Westbrook.
He was shooting 45%.
He was shooting like
Kobe numbers, nigga.
He was shooting like 45.
That's the shit that killed me. Nigga was just killing Kobe, and he was shooting the exact same percentage as Kobe.
But listen,
yeah, nigga, yeah. You just sat back down. Yeah,
look,
stop
Kevin Durant.
You talked about KD from 6 years ago, by the way. Just let you know.
I'm talking about KD, who's not on the team with the greatest spacing and ball movement in NBA history. That's what I'm talking about.
He still has incredible spacing right now.
He has nowhere near the same ball movement and player movement.
Oh yeah, they don't move like
Marcel.
the
They don't move like the
Marcel,
Warriors. They
Marcel,
don't move like the
You
Warriors.
don't have to compare everything to the Warriors. I'm saying objectively, right now, the team KD is on provides him so much space, the luxury
It's
he
not
has.
as much, but okay.
You don't have to be as much. He's KD. He's 7 foot and shoots like this,
Yes,
dog.
he was
They're not
playing-
contesting his shit
and
anyway.
He was playing with Serge Ibaka shooting, pick and popping. James Harden, who then turned to Kevin Martin, and he was also playing with.
Oh no, I'm talking about with the Nets right now.
Yeah, he has ample of shooting. The point I'm making is that even with that, if a nigga is defending him, if he just was playing that well, then he should be shooting 50% practically every series. Even when he was with the Warriors, he wasn't shooting over 50% every series.
You know what's interesting? I think like when LeBron has bad performances, I give it a reason. Y'all say things like he's not trying.
To even dare compare LeBron to KD right now in their playoff performances is just wild to me.
Well, who gonna win the championship? Because there's
I'm
always telling you right now, there's infinite excuses when LeBron missed something in the playoffs.
But who would still
it's
be
injuries,
a better? LeBron is still a better player performer than KD. It doesn't matter how you want to slice it.
I'm not arguing that right now. I'm not arguing that. I'm making a point that you're trying to compare KD spacing right now on the Nets, which I'm saying is ample. Like KD is not going to struggle to shoot 50% with the Nets right now.
Okay, we'll see.
You think he's going to shoot under 50% with the Nets right now?
He can shoot against Giannis.
See, when you smile when you give a take, you know you're lying.
I'm glad you just said that against Giannis. This goes back to what I was just saying.
Go.
KD had 32 points.
Saying, bro.
Go.
KD, 32 points, right?
Oh my gosh.
11 for 22, 4 for 8 from the field.
Which game was this?
This was the second game.
Against the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Okay.
KD, 32 points, 11 for 22, 4 for 8 from 3, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
Okay.
Giannis, 11 for 30, 36 points, 4 for 12 from 3, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Bucks won by 6.
Okay.
I say KD had the better game. Individually.
Agreed.
My boy said Giannis had the better game.
Well, to be fair, I didn't watch the game. Just off the box scores, I'd say KD.
Okay.
So then on the other game they played,
Giannis had like 40-something. He definitely outplayed KD.
and then
that
KD
night.
shot below 50%. So again, if my point is that if Kevin
He shot
Durant,
one shot below 50%.
but why is again the
He
no. The point,
And he had 42.
the point I'm making is that again, if the nigga's on that much floor spacing, like he said, then him struggling to get 50%, even if it's one shot off, should not happen then.
But you know what?
Correct?
That 16 for 33, I think he missed like a shot down the stretch. Had he not shot there, he probably would.
No, I'm looking at 10 for 21 right now.
No, I'm looking at the game before the one I just said. He
Oh,
shot
okay.
33.
Hey, Marcel, I
think the Bucks are two for one in the regular season series, right?
They
They're
are,
2-1.
but all three.
Hey,
Harden,
hold on.
but Harden, Kyrie, Harden didn't play.
Pause real quick.
in those
Who'd
two.
you have winning your bracket, Lo, out the East?
I had the Bucks.
You got the Bucks coming out the
I
East.
got the Bucks coming out the East, dog. I got the Bucks coming out the East.
All right, so y'all
That's
remember,
wishful thinking,
y'all remember
bro,
when I said
'cause
Lo
you know-
has good takes sometimes?
But the reason that's wishful thinking, Marcel, is because you know the Nets would beat the Lakers, but the Lakers would beat the Bucks. But you know that, bro.
You really think Milwaukee's coming out the
You
East?
know that.
I think if there's one
Bro, you
team
just
that
sat
can
there
match
saying
up-
Giannis doesn't have a fucking move. They're playing
But
the
he
Nets.
doesn't-
They
but
have three
he doesn't have to
superstars.
have a move against the Nets because the Nets don't play any defense.
Marcel.
He literally just put up like how much, like 30 points against the one team that can actually defensively stop them in Miami, and he did
That
it
was
easily.
a bad game too, though, for Miami. That was a dog shit game too for Miami. And y'all got to be realistic too. Jimmy and Bam been playing bad these first two games.
Horrible.
If Jimmy and Bam,
really, Jimmy and Tyler Hero.
if Jimmy and Bam had played good in game one, come on, bro. Them niggas won in overtime by 2 points, and Jimmy and Bam shot like 6 for 32 combined.
but that's what. But Bam,
They're not. I don't even.
But
They're
Jimmy,
getting
I
lucky
don't know
right now.
why, but Jimmy turned into this player who just can't shoot threes, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know how
believe
that nigga
he used to be
happened.
decent at threes.
Yeah, he's just not even attempting no more. It's kind of weird.
And I noticed that last year in the playoffs, and I was wondering why he was so hesitant at the 3-point line.
He just stopped shooting threes. But Jimmy, even in the second game, was shot horrible. It's really Tyler Hero. That nigga's unplayable now.
He's not playing.
He's legitimately unplayable. And Giannis was literally just babying niggas on the boards. That's my point.
Hey, y'all realize that the Heat wouldn't trade for James Harden because they didn't want to get rid of Tyler Hero.
Niggas is dumb, bro.
That's okay though. They'll get Kawhi this summer.
It's not okay.
They'll get Kawhi this summer.
That's
The
not
fucking
okay.
in Philly wouldn't.
Oh, and
trade-
If I was
Oladipo-
Kawhi,
wait.
I would see that right there.
Oladipo was not playing either. If
Exactly.
Oladipo was playing, he'd probably be up 2-0. I got Heat winning in 7. But if Oladipo was playing, He'd probably be up 2-0.
Wait, why do you have that?
Well, I had Heat winning in 7 before I saw the Game 2 display. I just feel like the wall that they could create for Giannis and him.
But
not having
that's
any
my
moves.
point. They're not. The reason why they were creating a wall last year is because Eric Bledsoe is trash and they couldn't shoot, so they can't sag off of anybody.
Yeah,
the
that's
same
a
way
really
they
good
could
point.
shoot. That's the only reason why they were creating walls, even when it was against Kawhi in the Raptors.
But let's be honest.
Do we think
Brent Forbes is going to shoot that?
You know what's so crazy? He doesn't have to.
He's nice.
All he has to do is just be a threat from 3, and they're going to defend him like he's a threat. They were defending Eric Bledsoe like the nigga couldn't. He wouldn't even attempt a
He's
shot.
smelly. Bledsoe is real smelly, bro.
Bledsoe, that nigga's no, bro.
I've never liked Bledsoe.
I got John putting up 4 on Bledsoe. Bro.
Oh my god. 4. Yo, putting up 4 on an NBA player who just got done making the all defensive team is wild.
John putting up 4 on Bledsoe.
John not
That's the
putting
new.
4.
Honestly, that's the new meme. I got John
putting up 4. Yeah, that nigga's trash. I got John putting up 4.
How much John
putting
can
up
put
4.
up there.
Here's my reason.
I like
I still
that.
say
I like
this.
that.
Defensively, the Nets, they literally don't defend.
They don't.
And they're going to get out rebound practically every time. And every single time somebody says like, well, who's going to defend KD? And it's like, even in the greatest hypothetical of all time, what Kevin Durant is doing, I promise you, I truly believe Giannis could easily match that. Just production score. Yes. Production score wise.
Maybe because they don't guard. But you got to think though. You got to. They may not guard nobody, but you have to outscore them niggas.
And nigga, the Cavaliers did it. Milwaukee did it twice.
Don't say the Cavaliers did it on fucking day one when they played together.
Milwaukee did it twice.
Lo, what happened the second time they played Cleveland?
They should be blowing out Cleveland every time.
But I'm just saying.
Hold on, real quick. Hot take. Yo, Phantom. Hold on. We're live on the podcast set. Who you got winning the NBA championship this year?
Hey, yo, wait, what you say?
Who you got winning the NBA championship this year?
The Knicks, baby. Fuck the Hawks. Nigga, suck my dick.
The Hawks literally just blew that lead.
You're stupid.
The Hawks blew that lead.
But listen, bro, I can't lie to you.
Hawks played today, right?
They blew a lead.
And they lost?
They were up and they just blew a massive lead.
Oh, that's tough.
That is very.
I'm going to the game Friday.
No, I think because they said Trae Young is afraid of birds. They started bringing birds to the game.
Oh, okay.
No,
Trae Young being afraid of birds while he plays for the Hawks is funny.
Codex made a tweet. He said, "How the fuck you play for the Hawks and you're afraid of birds?"
The Knicks legit put up 32 points in the third quarter and held Atlanta to 18
Jesus
points.
Christ!
Ah, damn.
What Julius Randle shoot? He was broke as shit game 1.
He gonna be though. The thing about the Nets, they don't have.
He been shooting a little better this year though.
Yeah, I'm saying, but in the playoffs, I don't know if you're gonna be shooting well enough to like keep up with the Hawks what they should be doing.
Hey Marcel, the main point I want to make is like I get you're a Laker fan, but I don't want to see you get violated on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, and get pressed to take your brackets off no more. So you need to be like you need to get better with your.
He shot 5 of 15.
So you need to get better with your takes, man.
During the game.
Because I care about you, man.
He said during the game.
I care about you, and you know the Bucks aren't making it out the East.
Broke, bro.
You just know that.
But why would they not make out the East?
Have the Bucks ever demonstrated an elite ability to close out very important games?
Have the Bucks
just
made
did
it
it.
past the
This game
second
won.
round?
Very important.
2 years ago, they made it.
I said very important games, and he referenced
They
game
played the
1.
Eastern Conference
I'm
Finals 2 years
fucking
ago?
Yeah,
sick.
they played against Celtics 2 years ago.
3.
Or
I'm not having this conversation no more, bro. I'm not, but
I don't know, bro. I
do
don't
want.
see him getting past that second round like that.
Also, they closed out against the Celtics too. Chris Middleton made a game when he shot against the Boston Celtics as
That's
well.
the savior.
He should be the one closing.
He's the savior.
should
Giannis
be.
ain't got it.
Yeah, but I don't think Giannis doesn't have that.
Hey, I just know history will catch up on you, man. Don't let your bias. You want the Lakers to win. You know what I'm saying? I was never a basketball commentator by any metrics, so I could sit there and think the Raptors are gonna win every year and no one's gonna care. But I'm just saying, like, it's gonna matter for you. So watch out, bro. The Nets are gonna win. It's obvious to everybody else.
I don't think it's obvious.
Unless injuries happen. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully no injuries take place. If the Nets are healthy, bro.
Well, it's
I can't
already
lie, though.
injured. If
I ain't
Chris
gonna lie,
Paul
bro.
was healthy, I think the Lakers would be down.
I ain't gonna lie.
1-2 right
The
now.
Nets are
the
warming
Lakers
up
aren't healthy
right now.
neither, really.
The Nets are warming up.
The Lakers haven't had much reps healthy regardless.
But they're healthy though.
But the Nets are
But they
warming up. They're using Boston as a warm up.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a quick 4 games. Though.
Yeah, and to be
4
fair,
out.
Boston is down. You know what I'm saying?
And then they're gonna be chilling and watching the Bucks and Heat go to 7.
Big time. And then they're gonna have so much rest that they're gonna be chilling.
They'll probably get the Bucks out of there in 6.
I actually think it's a good thing that the Bucks face the Heat in the first round to go in and just get that out the way, exercise the demons, because that's the only team that can. Well, no, the Sixers will match up with them well too.
The Sixers and the Nets is gonna be real interesting.
Hey, I fucking hate conferences. Can we remove them? I want to see the Warriors play, man.
Nah, we got to keep the conferences.
No.
We actually don't.
No. Take out these bottom.
So y'all want to go 1 to 16, 2 to 15, 3 to 14? Y'all want to play like that?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's rigorous on the body, bro.
What?
Imagine
it's rigorous on my mind that Curry is not in the playoffs.
No. But you gotta think about this though. Listen, you gotta think. So the travel. When you travel,
you better think about before you say this.
Listen,
I already know the rebuttal to it.
Listen, when you travel, right? Look at how the playoff schedule is right now. Okay, the Eastern Conference, they're playing. What's today? Wednesday. Mm-hmm. The Knicks and the Hawks played what? Sunday.
Days ago.
They played Monday. Okay, right. Yeah. So they play again Friday. Okay, flight from New York to Atlanta is like an hour 45, 2 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Now imagine if these niggas had to go from Atlanta to LA.
Or imagine if they had to go from like the Bay to like Memphis.
Yeah, that's like
that'd be crazy, right? If they went from the Bay to Memphis,
that's like a 5 hour. That's like a 5 hour flight.
No, listen. Now imagine if they went from also the Bay to New Orleans. That would also be crazy.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is,
do you really
the jet lag and shit that you get on longer flights like that, they would end up having to need more times of rest. That would extend the length of the playoffs if you do that.
So but it's like it's the same thing like saying if someone went from the Bay to New Orleans, right? Similar to that, right?
No, because New Orleans is a closer flight.
But I'm just saying, but it's still basically across.
That's 5 hours.
It's a 5 hour flight.
The Bay to New Orleans is about the same thing as Atlanta.
The Bay to Oakland is like 5 hours.
Yeah. No, the Bay to New Orleans. You said the Bay to Oakland. The Bay to New Orleans.
I mean, the Bay to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's
similar. Oh, how about this?
That's hard on the body, though.
The Bay. How about the Bay to Memphis? That's about the same, right?
No, the Bay to Memphis ain't that bad.
No, I'm talking about the Bay to Memphis from Atlanta.
Oh,
like
Atlanta,
yeah. That's not that crazy, right?
It's crazy.
So why isn't nobody say that shit when the Warriors was running the league and that's the flights that they were making?
You said what? When they was going to Memphis?
They went to Memphis in one playoff run. They fucking went from
but they don't.
They went from the Bay to New Orleans.
Why the fuck is Memphis on the West?
They don't have. I don't know, but they don't have to do it the whole playoffs though.
Yes, I'm telling you.
They did it for the series.
No, they went from New Orleans, and then the next series they went to Memphis, and then next series they went to Houston.
Let's see, flight from New Orleans.
Look. I've done it already. Nigga, every Western Conference teams, they do way more mileage in the East, and then the East still gets smashed in the fucking finals. It doesn't matter.
I think it should just be removed.
Maybe because they're used to it from the regular season.
Okay, so then the East you can get up, they get hit to the shit too.
Or
the East is losing regardless. Who gives a majority of the time the East is losing regardless.
Stretch out the playoffs
so
a little.
Who gives a fuck?
Or just stretch out the playoffs a little if it requires.
I think that just fucks up a timeline if you stretch the playoffs a little.
It doesn't matter. The East normally loses regardless, so who gives a fuck? Most of those teams are not going to make it past the second or third round.
When you think the East going to win the championship again?
They can potentially win it this year.
I'm saying outside of Brooklyn.
But if you look at the last 20 years, nigga, they haven't won that often in contrast to the West. And most of the better teams are in the Western Conference anyway.
Damn,
so nobody wouldn't care.
From 2000 to 2020, you only got Detroit winning twice. You got
Miami.
Once.
Detroit
won once. Miami won
three times.
Raptors
the Raptors.
Won once. The Celtics won once. Who else from the East?
Damn, it's been a dry sprout for the Celtics.
That might be shit.
In 20 years, it's 5.
Detroit only won 1?
Yeah.
I thought Detroit won 2.
No.
Damn.
So that's 6 out of the 20.
Wait, Detroit won in 04. San Antonio won in 05?
Yeah, because they match up.
So 05, then 06 was Miami, 07 was San Antonio, 08 was Boston, 9 was the Lakers, 10 was the Lakers, 11 was Dallas because LeBron shitted his pants. The 12.
Right, LeBron?
Low? 6. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Lakers fan. But yeah, he shit his pants. Yeah, 6. So 6 out of the 20 times, bro. Most time they don't win. Okay, anyway. And on top of that, this last thing. And most
you're right, Lo.
Most of the Eastern Conference teams would not make it past the first or second round, so it'll be fine. Cleveland, when LeBron's in Cleveland, the nigga's going from Cleveland to fucking Chicago. They're right next door. Everybody who's playing in LA is or to Milwaukee or to Toronto. They all next door. I'm fucking flying from LA to Houston to Memphis I'm flying all over the place and I'm still getting to the finals and beating LeBron. So what does it matter? It don't matter. That's a horrible excuse that niggas give because Adam Silver doesn't want the ratings to go down.
Last question.
They're not really flying
The
like
ratings
they're not flying
would've went
spirit
down.
neither. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they're not.
The ratings would go down. That's a legitimate thing.
Serious question. How many rings should LeBron have?
He should have at least one more.
Why? Why does he need more guys? It doesn't.
No.
Because Dallas, they should have won Dallas.
Only Dallas.
Yeah,
Only Dallas.
only Dallas.
What you got going on at this specific hour, John? It's late.
I feel like if Kyrie and K-Love wasn't hurt, he would have got that first one in Golden State.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
He had no chance of beating Golden State with
So
KD.
he should.
He should have 6 total rings right
But
now.
to me, with everyone healthy and him
should've beat
available, he
Dallas.
should have won Dallas. He should have beat Dallas.
John has some business at 10:50.
And if he
PM.
if he would have beat Dallas, I would say he's a GOAT. If he would have beat Dallas, he would have been a GOAT to me.
What
If he wins this year, you think you put him in GOAT?
He's getting
He getting close. He getting close.
If LeBron win this shit, that nigga legit might be the GOAT. No.
Close to what? Close. He wins again
No,
and
no,
he's just
he-
close.
he-
I said he won the finals this year.
He's it.
He legit will be.
You call him the GOAT if he wins the finals this year?
The last finals, I was like, yeah, he's it. So
So after the Bucks?
no. Last I said he's probably it. That's what I said.
The last finals where Bam and fucking Dragic was hurt and
No.
they still took him to 6.
Yes, the last time.
What?
The last time LeBron won a championship, I thought like, yeah, he's probably the best.
Last year,
That was the realization I came to.
when Bam was hurt and Dragic was hurt, and he won in 6.
Yep, I said yep.
And Anthony Davis was defending Jimmy Butler. That nigga was a GOAT after that series.
Well, it was already kind of like hazy.
crazy?
It was like iffy, but then at that point, I was like, that's probably it for him. But let's see one more.
No, if he wins this year, I might have to be like,
No,
yeah,
I
that
think
nigga-
you can do the same thing I'm doing. Every
No.
Every time
This
he wins
year-
again, I go like, yeah, he's probably it.
No, I've never said that.
I'm just
before.
more firm in my probably every time.
No, I've never said he's probably this year though.
To be fair though, I
if
haven't
he
watched
beats-
Jordan play though, so like I mean you do, but through fucking highlights. I was born in '96.
No,
so.
I watched games, and I would say LeBron.
No, you were born in
You can
'90.
go on YouTube and just go watch the games.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm biased because Kobe was my favorite player. So
Kobe's my favorite player.
I grew up on Kobe.
Kobe's really
all
the GOAT.
3 of our favorite.
Kobe's really the
I
GOAT.
grew up on Kobe, so Kobe's the GOAT.
Yeah, no cap.
It's Kobe, Jordan, and Bron for me.
Yeah, I like that one. That's good.
It's Kobe, Jordan, and
What
Bron.
do you think about that, Marcel?
I'm not gonna say where I had Kobe, so we can go ahead and just wrap up the podcast.
Kobe's not in the top 5 for you?
No, he's
Laker
not
fan?
top 5. No,
Shitting me?
he's not my
Shitting me?
top 5.
Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum.
Oh, Tatum,
Easy like that?
easy. Tatum bag is
Are
definitely.
you asking me?
Brandon Ingram, Jason
You
Tatum.
don't watch
Jason
basketball.
Tatum.
Jason Tatum bag offensively is deeper. Ingram has
Shitting
potential for a better passer.
Did you say his bag is deeper offensively?
Tatum,
I feel like them niggas do the same thing. The only thing
no.
only thing Jason Tatum has mastered is the side step.
the side step and dribble pull up off of a pivot of a jab step. You think that's a roach?
Where?
There's a huge ass roach on the curtain rod. Also, Tatum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with them roaches in here.
Tatum
Where?
Tatum
I
size
don't
is
know.
it's probably behind the blinds. Tatum size is bigger too. That's why I would have him.
Yeah,
He
B.I. is
knew
like
that.
6'8".
He knew that.
Whoa,
Right here.
whoa,
This shit just fell. Bro.
whoa!
Where's that? Where it go?
Wrap it up.
It just fell. It's behind
It
that.
didn't fall. It flew.
Ages in front of the camera. It's over.
It flew. Yup.
Hey, you want to outro this one for me,
That shit
Marcel?
woke me up.
With that being said, if y'all want to
Yeah.
see I guess y'all want to hear my list. It's
You
on
gonna kill it?
Patreon. You can clip it up. Patreon. Shout out to all my podcast people out there on audio platforms. You just leave the window open as a side note.
You just stand.
It
Yeah,
didn't come from outside, bitch.
What?
Cockroaches are inside the house. It just so happened to be there.
where?
There's cockroaches.
They get born inside the house?
No, they enter the house, my guy.
So they come
where?
from outside.
Oh no, that's clear, but it didn't come from this window. That's what I'm trying to say.
But he said open the window so it can go outside.
The window's open. That's so. I thought you were arguing that's how it came in. It didn't.
So you know where it came from?
No,
It came from outside.
It came from outside, but it didn't come from the window.
Okay.
We
No,
agree.
Lo.
We're saying the same thing. You just bad.
No, Lo,
communicating.
it came from the back door and it made its way up here. It got lost.
And shout out to my
It's a house.
podcast
It's
people.
gonna have plenty of holes for shit to crawl in.
It probably came from the vents.
Shout out to all my actually that could be true too. Shout out to my podcast people out there. Google Play, Stitcher,
Gonna kill it.
Nope.
Google Play, Stitcher,
I'm
Audio
motherfucking big
Mac,
though. That was a big one.
Apple Podcast, rate us a 5-star. Anything else you want to say, Cinco?
Shit, appreciate y'all boys having me on the pod again. If y'all want to see all the IRL hoops, man, CincoGotGame is the channel. And it's crazy. I actually started a podcast with some of my best friends.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? The Open Run podcast. You can find that on YouTube as well.
I like the name.
I see
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of that, man, appreciate y'all.
AJ, any last words?
Nope. You jump?
Nope.
All right. So all my YouTube people out there, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down low, hit the notification bell so you can join.
Noti gang.
Yes, sir.
And thank y'all for all the support. Keep it pushing. Click the link down in the description for the Patreon content. And we'll see y'all next time, man.
Yes, sir.